What's up with it, Hood News peeps? It's your girl Grizzy. I've got Hector here with me. This is episode 34.
Hey, good morning. It's episode 34 from the Tom Peacock Nissan studio. Grizzy, I hope you've been having a good week so far.
Yeah, I mean, Monday Madness is in full effect, and we've got so much on the way for you guys. Go get your Takis, your snacks, your chips, your tea, whatever you want to bring. Let's go. We got a lot on the way. All right, from the Woodlands Heights, we've got a purse snatcher who thought they were going to get away, but the would-be victim refused to be just that. We've got a lady that was sitting down at a table, Hector. And one thing I'm going to tell people, don't sit with your backs turned. Please, I mean, you know, we wouldn't think that somebody's going to snatch somebody's purse. I mean, we shouldn't even have to say stuff like this. It should be like, don't steal people's purses. But we're in different times. The good part is this woman's very athletic. She pulled some bionic woman moves.
I saw that.
Yes.
She had some karate chop moves there, and she was able to tackle them like she was playing with the Texans.
Yes.
But the person came up from behind us. It looked like they were strolling down the street. Do you think this woman was targeted?
Yeah, most definitely. They were creeping up on her and they grabbed the purse. Then on top of that, once she tackles the would-be purse snatcher and grabs her purse back, they start waiting for her. So, and when she's walking back to her car, they try to assault her. So yeah,
they
stayed at the scene. Yeah, they started trying to swing on her, and she was not having that either, man. So shout out to this lady. Please, friends, be safe out there. We got people that'll do this. Like I was so shocked, and it looks like two females,
right?
You know, doing this to this lady, and it's just wrong.
Grizzy, in this situation, I know you said right now just don't have your backs turned, but let's say they come back from behind, just like they did to this woman right here, sitting down, having a cup of coffee or whatever, working. Gets her purse snatched. What do you suggest someone do in that situation?
Man, I like what she did. It might not always be the same outcome though, because people are strapped and all kinds of stuff. I mean, if I don't know, I don't have the best idea. The preparation and anticipating things is going to be key to avoid that. Like, had her back been facing the other way and she would have seen them coming, she could have started to prepare, you know. But then again, we never know. Man, I don't know. I say travel light. Don't pack a big bag, because that's an attractive thing to a crook, to a scumbag, to somebody like that's going to do something like this.
And if you're a crook, run faster.
Yeah, man. Man, sad. And this happened outside a local business. A lady was enjoying her coffee, and you know that the message is, don't go robbing and stealing, because we're gonna find out who you are, man. Can we get this? Come on down, folks, because we still haven't gotten it yet.
From the Timberwood area, from 59 and Rankin Road, Grizzy, there is a situation where we had somebody kind of maybe not paying attention while they're riding the bike, but lost control of the bike and bam, ran right into a truck.
Yes, man. The Dodge could not dodge from this scene, man. Unfortunately. So what happened was, a few days ago, a peep sent in a video footage yesterday, and they're like, Grizzy, this happened the day before. Somebody's truck got crashed into. And they go out and inspect their truck, and it's like the big dent in it. And so they go back and review the cameras, and that's when they see a guy on a bicycle driving pretty fast, like riding pretty fast. He can't seem to stop the bike. He passes a stop sign, cuts off a car that's got the right of way, and then he crashes like boom right into the truck. And people roll down their windows. They're like, "Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" Like two people, you know, hey, they stop and say, "Are you all right?" "Yeah, I'm all right. Something about an e-brake. So I guess this was a motorized bike, and something about the brake and whatever's going on. And then he gets back on. Probably his ego's hurt too. And he
had some bystanders there.
Yeah. And then he walks away with this bike. I mean,
he shook it off pretty well.
Yeah, there were a lot of mixed emotions. Some people were like, "Oh, you know, like that. Well, you know, it's not his fault. He crashed. You know, people put material over somebody's well-being." Okay, well, we know he's alive. Can you go back and make this right with the owner? Like, would you feel good like that? Would you have that same understanding if somebody crashed into your truck and left it there like that with damages?
So it was an electric bike?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody's saying they could. The peeps, I don't know. The peeps say everything, man. I can't stand y'all sometimes. Somebody's like, "It's motorized. You can hear the little motor." I don't know. I didn't hear anything. I'm an old lady. I don't know. Whatever.
We didn't have these in our days.
Yeah. There he goes. Bruised ego, probably some scraped elbows. But can he come back and do the right thing? Some people are like, "What's the right thing? He doesn't have insurance." hey, communication. Hey, I'm so sorry. I ran into your truck. You know, like, hey, is there a way we can work something out? Some kind of acknowledgement, dude. Like, you're on video.
Yeah, he slammed right into that truck pretty hard too. I'm surprised he didn't get any injuries.
Yeah.
I saw a bystander that was asking him too as well, that if you repeatedly ask him, "Are you okay? You're okay?" But he was able to walk it off and carry his bike along with him.
Yeah. Then we had a peep reach out saying, "I know who it is." And I said, "Really?" I said, "What's the name?" And they gave me the name. They gave me there's a guy on a bike doing all kinds of weird stuff, and I'm like, The thing is that we can't prove it's him because the footage doesn't really show us exactly what the person looks like. But I was already told that somebody's acknowledged like that it's one of the neighbors in the area. So the guy doesn't live too far. I hope to hear something, a new update. And to the lady that keeps insisting it's that one guy, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Some people really want me to throw folks under the bus, and I don't have enough to do that. So we'll just leave it alone, and hopefully they sort it out amongst themselves. However, we wanted to still share this because it's a very unique situation. Like, what's the right thing to do? Hi there, I'm so-and-so. I crashed into your Dodge on my bike. I mean, some kind of communication. I'm sure they would have been more understanding versus going outside and discovering their trucks all, dented up.
Right, and it could have been much worse, but thankfully he seems okay.
Yeah, I'm glad he's okay, but the Dodge is not okay. Can we get that fixed? All right, Hood News peeps at home, Southeast peeps, we got a message for you. If anybody has any information about a fatal shooting that went down on Saturday night, please reach out to HPD, Hector, and our peeps at home. On Saturday night, we rolled out to the 7300 block of Wada Canal. That's right off of Doolittle. And if that doesn't sound familiar, think of MLK 610 South Loop area. So there was a young man that had been shot about in his 20s. We didn't get a lot of description of this young man, but he was in his 20s. He'd been shot, and HFD arrived. I believe somebody found him that way. Somebody rolled up on him, shot him, and then took off. We don't have a description of the suspect or suspects. We don't have a description of the car. The young man was not identified. Like, I guess maybe he didn't have any ID on him. We did see a mysterious box at the scene. I thought it was maybe like a tattoo artist or somebody with like a barber, like set, or something. But he was walking down the street and encountered foul play, and somebody shot him. So HFD arrives, and they transport him to the hospital. Meanwhile, officers are investigating, and then comes in the news that the man did not make it. We're hoping that someone in the public can help identify whoever did this, or if they have any more information, maybe even find out who this young man was. We'd like to definitely help out where possible.
Yeah, almost every week we're covering stories where people it's unsolved or we just don't know. Like, for instance, last week there was an incident with a father that was found outside in front of his front yard.
Yeah, sad.
People were messing with this vehicle or his truck.
Vandalizing.
And hopefully we get some tips on that. And then this week we have this from the southeast side of Houston where just a lot of things up in the air.
Yeah, Southeast Patrol, they stay busy. Like, that's a very, very busy patrol, for Houston Police Department. I think all patrols are very busy. So yeah, just hoping that more information comes about. This was a very popular live because a lot of peeps live out in that area, and they wanted to know what exactly happened. I even had Hood News peeps roll up, pull up on me and say, "Hey, Grizzy, man, I live right down the street. We heard the gunshots." And unfortunately, we don't have more information, but we're going to definitely stay tuned with this story, and we'll have more as anything develops. We'll definitely have some more information in the upcoming days for you guys.
Keep it locked in.
We've got a lot of bandits in store for you, friend. We need some come on downs from Mattress Mac.
Let's do it.
All right. So the first video that we have, I do want to include an update that the lady in the video, she ran out on a nail. She got her nails done, and she ran out without paying. The owners of the business try to stop her to do the right thing. She doesn't want to. She starts trying to push and shove the workers out the way. She runs like faster than a running back, and she makes it all the way under the freeway, friend. So they bought her back. The cops bought her back. They issued a trespassing warning, and she had to pay a partial amount. That's all she could pay, whatever she could afford. What's the message to people like this lady?
The message to people like this lady is, getting your nails done is obviously a voluntary thing. And what I suggest you do is, rather than getting your nails done and worry about how you look, go get a job, make some money, and make something out of your life, and quit ripping people off.
That's right.
I bet the customer that stole from him, if she was working, she'd feel the same way.
Yeah. Can you imagine servicing somebody, like working on their toes and their nails, and for them to run out? That's so horrible. That I don't even know how this lady can sleep, at night doing stuff like that. That's gotta be horrible. Look at her running off like a bandit, like a track star. Out of there.
The universal law of karma is going to get her. What goes around comes around. You can't do that to people.
That's right, friend. All right, next up, we got another video here. All right, so we got this guy. He's been going around robbing different businesses. It's the same. Like, he covers his face with a shirt, and he uses a hammer to break in, and he destroys a lot of property. And I don't even know what he's really stealing, because these places don't have anything for him. But look at him.
Say, Hammerman, I got a suggestion. Take that hammer with that shirt over your head and took it to your own head. These merchants out there work hard, and that's their life that you're destroying. So get over it. Put your hammer to your own head. That is a pitiful way to try to make a living. What's wrong with you?
Yes, he's got arms and legs and he can work, but doesn't want to. He spends more time going around through other people's businesses, like Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, my goodness. Look at him. Just stealing. This is from a barbershop. So he's the same guy running around everywhere.
If they worked as hard at making money the legitimate way, they'd be very wealthy, versus all these little schemes to rip people off. Quit ripping people off and pay your debts, you deadbeat.
That's right. The scumbag. All right. Oh, this is the tip jar bandit. He's an Uber driver. The guy's already on the clock and steals the tip. Look at him.
Shame on you. Come on, man. Can't do better than that. Come on down to Grizzy and confess your sins. Go pay back those tips you're stealing from people. Yeah. That is as low life as you can get. Absolutely low life. Post that on your high school yearbook. I graduated from high school, and here I am stealing tips because I'm on the bottom of the barrel. Get over it.
Yeah, it's just sad. That is so sad. Disgusting. That's the tips of the employees. Yeah, I guess he decided to tip himself for being a crook.
And then he's mad. He gives everybody a low rating on Uber when they don't tip him.
Oh, that's a good point, friend. Then we got this fine, outstanding citizen walking up to somebody's front door, and she steals a package. She nabs it out of there. This is Garden Oaks area. Look at this woman.
Garden Oaks is right over here by Gallery Furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she should be so proud of herself. What a low life. You can't do that sort of stuff. Come on down to Grizzy. Confess your sins, pay retribution, and start being a normal citizen. Would you like your kids or grandkids to do that? When they grow up, you ask your grandkids, what do I want to do in life? Oh, I want to go to the penitentiary. No, that ain't the way it works.
Yep. One of her family members reached out, and they've already identified her, so we will be getting a public come on down today.
A public come on down is what she needs. Yep. She needs to get her life together. Get up, go to work, and make something out of your life. And go to work doesn't mean being a porch bandit.
That's
Shame on you.
Okay, we got one more. Oh, this guy, friend, he steals a fire truck. Look at this guy. He stole a whole fire truck last week, and we got it on video. The firefighters were responding to like a call. They get out. This guy walks up to the fire truck, and he starts helping himself. We're going to show you right there. There he is. He's driving off in the fire truck, friend.
Huh.
And here come the firefighters. Look at the firefighters.
Did they catch him?
Yeah, they got him in downtown over there off of Preston near Minute Maid Park. They surrounded the
Come on down. That guy needs to be paraded in front of a full stadium at Minute Maid Park. He needs to get up there and say what a low life he is, stealing the fire truck from these hard-working firemen that are out there trying to help citizens that have a fire at their business or their home. How do you get any lower than that? Come on down, man, and make a public apology. Say, I am the ultimate lowlife, and I'm going to do better.
That's right, friend. Look at them. That's when they surrounded the vehicle. We had HPD out there. They surrounded the truck. Just a crazy scene.
Where do these people come up with this? Grizzy, your videos are too much.
Houston is a real place.
It's real.
What a way to represent our city, folks.
And it's real. The savings at Gallery Furniture in our pre-Labor Day super sale. Save on Tempur-Pedic mattresses more than ever before. Save on Simmons Beauty Rest. Save on beautiful Power Motion furniture. Get your home looking great for the big football games coming up. Astros big games by buying furniture at Gallery Furniture pre-Labor Day sale open until 10 tonight. Gallery Furniture delivers faster than Grizzy can say, come on down.
Yes.
Buy your furniture at Gallery Furniture. We deliver free tonight.
All right, friend. It's always a joy to see you and talk to you and get those come on down straight from Mattress Mac. Gallery Furniture, folks. Jensen, Orlando, and 59 area. Be on the lookout, folks. What is he doing? This guy is taking the license plate off of a Hood News Peeps ride. But guess what? We've got cameras. All right, so I asked the people, what kind of ride is this? He said it's a RAV4. A Toyota RAV4. Aguas, mi raza. Este bandido se robó unas placas a una RAV4, una Toyota, y se fugó. Be on the lookout, Hood News Peeps. Somebody's gonna recognize him. Let's go. Hey, get back here. Hey, we got you on the come on down. Ding dong. Beltway 8 and Westlake area. Be on the lookout, Hood News Peeps. Ding dong.
All right, from a scene that you might have thought it was from Unsolved Mysteries, Grizzy was covering a story of a guy that was lost at sea. Well, we thought he was lost at sea, but there was a much bigger story to that.
Cowboy lost at sea, folks. Yeehaw! So this past week, I believe on Thursday, a man went missing kayaking in Galveston waters. He was last seen. He supposedly called the Coast Guard saying, help, help, help. Coast Guard gets there within 5 minutes. They find his kayak, but no sign of Joseph Grams. That's a plug name. Anyways, I digress. So this guy was missing. You know, he's out in sea, like calling. Like there were a lot of red flags even in hearing that. If you're out there struggling with a kayak, I don't think you can just call the Coast Guard. Like that was just
right.
All the details were weird, and I should have known better. Should have asked more questions. But you know, it's a cowboy lost at sea. We wanted to help. Oh my God, the cowboy. Oh my God, the cowboy's lost. Oh my God. Prayers going up. Man, like I was feeling really down and out. We had a cowboy lost at sea that was riding a kayak. And I was hearing things that he had suffered a little bit of depression, like he was going through a rough time. So we didn't know what was going to happen. I was thinking the worst, Hector. People at home were too. Then I started getting some crazy messages in the Facebook Messenger. Somebody sent me a picture of a clip of a news article that the guy had been arrested back in June for sexual assault of a person and also assaulting a person. So I was like, oh my gosh. They're like, Grizzy, he's dangerous. I said, I see. Well, you know, from my perspective, his family's asking for help, so we're still gonna help, even if the guy's a scumbag. You know, we're gonna help them. You know, bad guy. We sometimes some of the missing people that we're searching for aren't the best of people, but we're still gonna help their families because they need answers, right? So I was like, yeah, we're still gonna help. I said, get out of my messenger with that. You know, we're gonna help the family, and you know, well, now we know he's dangerous though. So approach with caution. Next thing I know, I wake up the next day. So it's like, Saturday morning. My good friend, Rusty Surrett, shout out to Rusty, one of my news reporter friends. He's reporting that, you know, deputies from Falls County Sheriff's Department have like a SWAT standoff. Right. And guess what? Joseph Grams is barricaded inside his house during a 4-hour standoff, not wanting to come out. He was never missing. He
never lost at sea.
Never lost at sea. No, yeah, none of that. He said, "Wee-ha!" He was out of there, got in his truck, and took off. Or in some kind of ride. He took off. He was hiding out at home.
In his chonis.
4 hours this guy had to come out with some clothes on. And he still came out in drawers, sporting some Black Widow spider tattoos. I was like, who is this man? It's a far cry from that picture with Falls County Sheriff's Office and the cowboy pics that we were sharing. I was like,
yeah, Grizzy, I'm usually really good with geography. Where is Falls County?
I don't know. I don't know, friend. I wish I could tell you. I don't know, but we got peeps out there. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Y'all teach me, please. Somebody educate me. I have no idea where Falls County is.
Yeah, if you're on Facebook watching this live right now on Saturday morning, and you're in the comment section, let us know where Falls County is.
Please. You know what? Let me look it up real quick.
Usually I hear a lot of counties around the area, but I just never heard of Falls County.
So it turns out that it's close to Waco?
Yeah, between Waco and College Station, right up there, right in just northwest of College Station. But
yep.
That's new. I lived in Texas all my life and never heard of Falls County.
We just discovered Falls County. So be on the lookout, Hood News peeps. Now it's going to mean more like, well, we're still going to always help with missing people. Mm-hmm. We don't have a way to determine if somebody's fake or staged their death or some untimely situation like the one that Mr. Grams presented to everybody. This does remind me of Brett Dattamore, the guy the West University guy that went missing, and he owed a lot of people a lot of money. And we started hearing, at first we're like, oh, Brett, prayers going up for Brett. Oh, somebody find, he's such a great guy. Let's look for Brett. Then we found out Brett owes a lot of money. He did some scandalous hood rat stuff, and he was on the run. He set his own nice mamalona on fire. I could not believe it. They found that fire. That truck was ablaze.
And where did they find him?
I don't know where they found him. They found him distressed somewhere, hiding from like
he was lost at sea.
Yeah, he was lost at sea too, friend. I don't remember the details, but I remember like Brett Dattamore. I'll never forget these stories. Yeah. So we can add Mr. Joseph Grams to the list of fools that fake or stage their disappearances or untimely deaths. Man, rest in peace. Yeah. Man.
Case closed.
Case closed. Don't come back no more. And if he goes missing again, we ain't helping.
Yeah. Cowboy lost in space.
Yeah.
Somebody invited me to this address named Lovely Queen.
Who?
Lovely Queen. My hat's gray.
Lovely Queen messaged you on Snapchat.
All right, from Spring, Texas, we got somebody looking for love, Grizzy. Looking not just for any love. Yeah, he's looking for a queen.
Yeah, he's looking for Lovely Queen. Oh, my goodness. So it was late one night, and a peep was at home. They're chilling. There goes Lovely Queen. Somebody comes knocking on the door, and she's like, how can I help you? She's not going to open the door. Very smart lady. And he's like, I'm looking for Lovely Queen. And then she's like, who? Lovely Queen. She's like, and you can hear her. Nobody by that name lives here. Well, she said something. My hat is gray. Like he's saying all these weird keywords. It's almost like a speakeasy, like where you give the right word and they let you in.
Right.
Kind of weird. Well, the guy ends up leaving because she's not going to open the door. And somebody pews her freaking garage.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, there's pictures right there. I didn't know what to do with this story. I was like, man, we can't accuse him of nothing, because like we really don't know. Was he the one that shot the fire? I don't know. But we started getting names. Yeah. Names started spilling. The Hood News peeps were telling. They were spilling the beans. Next thing I know, I see a post from Mr. Mark Herman. Uh-oh. And the guy's been arrested. There he is right there, folks. Mr. Thomas Bartlett. He is in custody. I forgot the charge, but there's the pictures right there. Shout out to Precinct 4 constable deputies captured.
Thomas, if you just did not go out looking for your queen.
Yeah, no queen. Hey, Lovely Queen is still on the run.
Right.
Baby,
that's
she's
who
still
I'm
out there.
For.
No, and then in the video, we hear the Snapchat going, blick, blick, like the little Snapchat. Yeah, the little Snapchat notification. I'm like, there's your Lovely Queen.
Or what if he was set up to go to the wrong house?
I mean, we just don't know. But shooting people's homes or their garage, that's not the way to do it. And we got a video later of the car, the Loser Cruiser leaving. A lot of people are telling me this guy's scary. I don't know about all that, but what we do know is he effed around and found out.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think in Florida, I think just recently there was a spoofing too as well, where people were spoofed, or the cops were called
swatting.
That's what it is. Swatting, where they're called to the wrong house or something's going on, and they come out and they're with their guns drawn. Yeah. This is a situation too. Maybe this guy was where this guy probably got spoofed or swatted into somebody else's house saying the queen is there to look for the queen. Maybe he was pranked.
Man, yeah, he might have gotten pranked, man. The catfish gone wrong, man. Stop meeting up with these ladies you don't know. The lovely queens are not lovely. And if you're looking for a lovely queen, there's tons in Spring, man. I promise you can find one in person. There's a lot of lovely queens out that way.
Hey, Grizzy,
especially looking like the one I just showed told y'all.
Yeah, I was about to say, I love that queen you picked.
Yeah. Man, be on the lookout, folks. You never know. Just heads on a swivel. Don't open your doors for anybody. You did the right thing. I might come across as rude or ugly, whatever, but at least you're safe, lady.
And bros, if you're messaging them on Tinder or Snapchat and they said ask for the lovely queen, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. That's a red flag.
Lovely queen ain't there. She's on the run. Prayers for our friends over at the flea market over off of Airline near West Road. This past weekend, there was a huge fire, like huge, Hector, and it affected several of the stands and storage spots for people that sell out of the flea market. We got a lot of elderly people that make their little side money, their little money, just to keep going. A lot of families that sell stuff, people look forward to going to the flea market every weekend to, make purchases and go see what's on sale, out there. And very devastating. This fire impacted so many vendors. And we started getting a lot of messages early Friday morning. And we have video footage right here for everybody to see just how big it was. You could see it from far away, like even near the Transco Tower. Yeah. People could see the huge flames, like the smoke.
And Grizzy, this impacts a lot of businesses too as well, like the small mom and pops too as well.
Yeah.
I used to work here with my grandmother when I was a kid, selling for her on the weekends.
Yeah.
Here at this flea market here, and my grandmother depended on that weekend money to help pay the bills too as well. So these people, they're making an honest living, and just to see it up in flames like that, prayers to them, and hopefully they could get to recover and find another flea market to sell items as soon as possible.
Or they rebuild pretty fast because the people are going to stay there. They probably had stands there for 20 years. A lot of people have been there for a long time. There were people injured as well as a firefighter. I do know that. So prayers for them as well. It's going to take a while to reconstruct. I was told that there'd been problems like the weekend before with the power. So I don't know if they determined what caused it. But we saw flames coming out of one stand, and it just spread fast. It didn't take long at all.
Yeah, and then you have that amount of energy and heat too as well. That's going out throughout the entire facility. Then you also have the firefighters out there trying to put out the fire, and it was already over 100 degrees during that day.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. Shout out to our Houston Fire Department, our fire departments out there. And look at that, just devastation, man. It's just sad. So many people lost everything. And they have to build back up, get their inventory back up, and that's going to be a while. So, look at all that. Oh, my goodness.
I still can't believe the flea market's still around. It's crazy. It's been around since I was a kid. But this is a place we used to go for get knockoff burnt CDs. Remember those? And then, Then you get I got my first fake ID from this place, too, as well.
Oh, my goodness.
I was 16 getting a 21 and up.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't do that nowadays, by the way.
Yeah.
That's when it was laminated.
Oh, yeah. That's back in the day. Man, but yeah, man, prayers going up for the people, man. Like, this hurts to see that, and I'm gonna stop by next weekend and see what it's looking like. And I had vendors, daughters and sons of vendors, reach out with these kind of images, and it just really affects the local economy. For the people in the area, the hood economy is affected. So yeah, man, prayers going up, and I hope everybody's able to bounce back. And this is a setback for a major comeback. So yeah, our thoughts and prayers.
Yo, focus! No one should have to live like this. Let's get this thing turned around.
Is your air conditioner not performing at a pro level? Get your AC back in the game with Air Team. As your H-Town heating and cooling team, we provide the best HVAC services Houston has to offer.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's how you get a good night's sleep. Woo! Air Team, heating and cooling.
Hi, my name is Chris. I'm with Taqueria Arandas. I'm one of the fortunate franchisees. It's a very good business to be in. You have to be a little bit of everything. But one of the best jobs here is working with the customers. Being able to interact with them. You greet them, say hello, you get to know their families. So it's a great job. The food is great. Homemade food that we make daily. The recipes were created by Jose Camarena, and we've tried to keep to those standards. We have a great location here at 4601 Irvington. Please come by and visit us. We'll be glad to have you.
Hey H-Town, it's Lance Edwards with Triple C Power Roofing, and we've been serving you for more than 17 years. And right now I just want to tell you, whether you're looking to buy that roof out of pocket or maybe make that insurance claim, before you make those decisions,
All right, this
have
video
us
you
out
just
to your
saw
home to give
is
you a free
some thieves
inspection.
breaking
We're
into
here
a
with
Hood
you.
News Peeps
If you don't
truck.
get
They
that
stole some
insurance
tools.
money, you might
This
be able to
lady's
take advantage
ID
of one
was
of our
left behind. We don't
payment
know if
options
she's
or
a
loan
thief or
options.
she's a
I have more
victim. The
finance
name
options
on
than
the
you can count on your
identification
fingers
belongs to a
and your
Samantha
toes.
K.
Triple C
Sanchez. There's
Power
also an
Roofing, have us
EBT
out to your
card
house
for his
today
bank
for free.
card,
The 3 C's
T-Mobile
stand for
card. In the
character,
video, we
commitment,
can't see the
customer
woman
service.
that's yelling back at the peep that's stealing from the truck. The cards
We
have
are
been given over
glasses
to
people.
authorities.
We sell glasses,
Be on the lookout.
so we start from prescription glasses to prescription sunglasses, or just ophthalmic, like plain old glasses, basically without prescription. Since I am ABO certified, I always make sure that based on their like skin color and face structure, we choose glasses and their needs, their budget. You know, we always try to like help them as much as we can. That's one of the things that I think stands out from other opticals. We're like a family.
We do all kind of phone services, repairs, iPads, Samsung tablets, PlayStation.
We have a crazy
MacBooks,
incident that was
Nintendo
captured on
Switches,
camera,
everything.
Grizzy, and
We'll do it
followers
very
too.
quick, 15
You know, it was on the
minutes
Houston's
in
east side.
We
A
sell
woman, a
phones,
pregnant
we
woman was
sell
asleep in her
tablets,
house
we
when
sell
somebody
all
broke into her home,
electronic, we
and it was
sell
all captured on
services.
film.
As
Yes,
long
this
as you
was
have a
off of
bank account, I
Avenue
can get you
F and
financed.
Wayside,
No
man.
credit check.
A woman was
We
at
are all
home
for our
sleeping.
community.
A
lot of
pregnant
people
woman,
were out
an
of
expectant
power. We
mother,
helped the first
was
person
asleep
with
when
the
somebody
generators.
broke
As
into
soon
her
as I
home
post a little bit about it,
and
I got
surprised her,
more
caught her off
friends
guard
that
because
reached
she's
out to me,
sleeping, and this
we
guy's
were able
creeping
to
around the
help
house
more and
looking
more.
for something
We
to
went
steal,
wherever it
and
was
he
needed.
runs into her.
Anybody
She
that
wakes up,
follows
and a
Hood News,
struggle
they can have a free
ensues.
screen protector
He
for
starts
life.
pushing her down the stairs and telling her, "Where's the money? Where's the money?" He's robbing her at knife point. And like he brings her around. Unknown to him is that there is a camera inside, and this is the only thing we have to show that any of this happened, friends. But we did get a face, and this guy pushes her down on the ground. You get to see all these things, and it's very horrific. I don't even have the words. This poor lady had to go to the hospital following this incident, and she had to stay under observation, I think, until the next day. Like I think she was being observed, you know, just to make sure the baby's okay, because she landed like on her side really bad. So this guy is making threats. He's saying, you know, I'm not gonna hurt you, but he's already done the hurting.
Right. He's
The
attacking
moment
her.
he pulled the knife and, you know, led her down the stairs, pushing and shoving and throwing her down on the ground like that. Yeah, very upsetting to see. This story went viral. The news got a hold of it, and from my understanding, it was at first somebody listed it as a robbery. And it's actual aggravated robbery. So it went from one detective, I think, and now it's being investigated by like a group, like I forgot, like the Violent Offenders Task Force. I think they're looking into this, and we got a lot of. This guy's very distinctive because he's got a white goatee, as you guys see here. I got so many pictures of guys with white goatees.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my God, everybody with a white goatee was a possible suspect. I'm like, no, you know what? We're going to let HPD figure this out. The come on down was way too fast, too many. I was like, wait, every dude with a white beard, I'm sure I got your picture in my
almost
messenger.
there.
Yeah. With the white goatee, man. Yeah, I don't know, friends, but I know that one of those guys is it, because they all had like similar features. Man, the guy was wearing a hat, like some kind of sports, I think it was a Rockets hat. He's got the white goatee, tattoos, and I hope that he is identified. I have faith that HPD will be making an arrest really soon, man. Prayers going up for this lady. It is so wrong what she went through. And we got to do better, y'all.
What a scumbag to go in there and just start attacking a pregnant woman in there.
Yes.
You know, I'm thankful that she's okay, or she seems like she'd be okay. But this is also a really important, you know, reminder to us to get the right home surveillance system for your house, you know, and have good cameras too as well in case, you know, something like this happens. But man, this is a scary thought. You know, if you leave, you know, if you're home alone, if you're pregnant or whatever, and she's there just taking a nap and relaxing. Yeah. And little does she know, this scumbag just breaks in and tries to and attacks her.
Yeah, I spoke to the husband, and I mean, this is very devastating. They want this guy captured. There's no peace right now, like until this guy is caught, like, and identified. So there's still an unknown person out there that might do it again. It's done it before and will probably not end this way, but end even more tragic. This has taken the peace of mind from people that live in the area. So there have been sightings. There's a guy that looks much like this guy. We're going to see how it pans out. You know, all we can do is like, hey, you know, here you go. Let's give this over to the cops. You know, let's see if this is the person. Because, I mean, there was one person in particular that looks to the T like this guy. But yeah, I also want to tell peeps at home, make sure you got your cameras. Thank God for that one camera. I don't know, they didn't have any outside. I think now there's going to be a lot of investment for this home, for this residence, and prayers too for this lady so that she gets some kind of peace back, man, because they stole more than just whatever items they could have ever taken. They stole her peace of mind.
It's traumatizing.
Yes, and I hope she gets some help. I know that they have services for victims. You know, at first this was listed as a robbery incorrectly. It's an aggravated robbery. So they've already reclassified the case, and there are a group of detectives working on this. They are working to get this mobilized fast, to get this guy. And if you have any information about who this person is, please reach out to HPD. Reach out to them. Let them know. You'll be kept anonymous. You know, Crime Stoppers, whoever you want to reach out to your girl, whoever. Just let's get this guy off the streets. All right, Hood News peeps. And, you know, like, I've been real heated about this. Y'all know how I feel about children, elderly people, and all of this. So last Wednesday, I woke up kind of early than usual because something was just not sitting right. And sure enough, friend, I got video footage of 2 incidents. So the first one was over at a waste management facility, like a processing center. A man had been found dead, and it turns out he'd been shot and then thrown away in the trash. They came, picked up the trash, and then he was taken to a facility where they dumped the trash, and that's when he was discovered. So I was notified that there had been a man that was found in the garbage. Then, like 20 minutes later, I find out that a baby. So the first incident was Beltway 8 Westview. Then I find out that a baby was found not too far from there off of Eldridge and 290. And the workers were servicing the area, garbage workers. They were servicing the area. They'd already taken out a whole row of trash cans, you know, dumped them out. They were about to compress the garbage, you know, to make it smaller, to fit more trash in, when somebody noticed a baby. And they're like, no way. And they look, and sure enough, it's a baby, lifeless, a newborn baby boy, a little infant baby boy, no longer alive. And like, everybody's scrambling. The neighbors come out. They hear all the commotion. The 911 is called. The Harris County Sheriff's Office arrives. It is so crazy that somebody threw away a baby. And so they're knocking door to door. Hey, excuse me, you know, they're looking for at some point, we're even thinking it could be an outsider, not necessarily anybody that lives in the area that might have just thrown the baby away in a random garbage. Hector, you already know we've been covering some of these lately. You know, like we've been posting a lot of babies being discarded. This did not need to be the outcome. This did not even have to cross somebody's mind. There are so many options. This option did not need to even happen. I'm gonna tell y'all. So the same day, somebody reaches out to me and says, Grizzy, I know who this is. And I'm like, what? I get the picture sent over of the female. She's in a relationship. They live in one of the homes on this side, you know, the street, like right there where the camera is. So they live on the row where the garbage cans had been taken from. They live in that little area. And what happened was that Sunday, this woman was supposedly, according to the story that I was told, allegedly, this woman was taking a shower and she felt a lot of pain and started to give birth. She says that according to what she told the family, again, allegedly, that she delivered the baby and passed out. She came to, grabbed the baby, and threw the child away in the garbage. So that was Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the workers find the baby. So all these days, she didn't express anything to anybody. Hey, you know, this happened. Nobody knew. The person that she's with in a relationship had no clue that she was even pregnant. I don't know, friends. It's just really sad. She went and turned herself in. Yeah. You know, I was told that too. The same day I was out there, when I came home, I found out all these different things. She turned herself in to the officers, to the deputies. She went to go speak to them. They dropped her off. And as of right now, I guess the medical examiner's office could not determine if the baby was alive or deceased. And she's not been charged with anything.
Wow.
Not even tampering with the corpse.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like, even if the baby was dead, like, why not give the child a dignified, situation? Why throw away the baby like trash?
Yeah, just a sad situation, Grizzy.
Yeah.
And like you said, we've been covering these stories, and unfortunately, quite a bit too much. One is too many, but we've covered this quite a bit. But there is options out there, even like we talked about earlier this year, the Moses Law.
Yes.
You want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, you can take your child to the fire department, no questions asked. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, we need more boxes." Man, like we can take the horse to the water, but we can't make that horse lap up, drink, sip, none of that. This is a grown woman, okay? A lot of people have this conception that this is like a teenager. No, this is a grown woman that knows right from wrong. They know better, man. Like, but I will say this: when you start taking the rights away from people to do what they want with their body, going to a clinic to go get, terminate a pregnancy or whatever, an unwanted pregnancy, when you take those options away, we will see more stuff like this. It's just really wrong. I feel like it didn't need to happen at all. Like, none of this should have happened, like, at all. It's a tragedy. What's right? What's wrong? Definitely not throwing a baby away.
Right.
That's like not right at all. And then a human man being thrown away too. Like two people found in garbage on a Wednesday last week.
Yeah, it's unfortunate it's happening right here in Houston.
Yeah.
Just be on the lookout for your surroundings. And if it's your friend that, if you ask questions, it's okay to ask questions. They're your friends. Don't feel like you're being too nosy. Say, hey, are you pregnant? Or
are you all right?
Are you
yeah.
okay? You doing good?
Yes. We gotta like, even accountability within the family. Hey, what did you do? Like, I don't know, man. We're going to hear more, hopefully. And also, I want to add, no charges filed on that dad that had the kids in the Jeep and unsecured and the no safety seats, no seatbelts. No charges yet.
Really?
We're sending these messages like, it's okay. You throw away your baby. Unsecure your children from no, it's okay. Ain't nothing going to happen to you. Nothing's going to happen. No charges filed. We are sending the wrong message. That could be a way to stop a lot of this.
And in that topic from the last week's event where the Jeep flipped over with two kids who were caught walking on the street after being flown out from, I think you mentioned that there was no backseat to that.
No
Jeep?
backseat in the Jeep. We don't know where the kids were sitting. Maybe on the floor, maybe on the little seat. Maybe they were sharing a seat, sitting right next to dad. I don't know, but no charges. Like, nothing. Like, the baby's like, it's hard. Like, we're running around without consequences.
Yeah.
And so stuff like this will continue to happen until we make examples out of situations. It's one too many deceased babies being found like that. Luckily there have been some live ones, but that's not always going to be the case. That baby was there since Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like, what if, just the what ifs.
It almost seems like, Grizzy, you get bigger consequences for parking in the wrong spot. And get a parking ticket and get warrants for that.
Yeah.
But for this,
the D-boys will go down with stiff penalties and lots of court fines and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, you got the lady that throws a baby away in the garbage, nothing. Like, okay, we're going to go drop you off at your house. Have a good day, ma'am.
But don't ride on the HOV lane by yourself.
Don't ride. Yeah, baby.
You'll get in trouble for that.
Yeah, I'm so done. I'm so done, y'all. I'm throwing this phone away. I'm done. Yeah. Justice for the baby. Because nobody's got anybody. No, that baby has no one speaking out on his behalf. So we are. The community's enraged. We're pissed. Can I say pissed? We're pissed. Yeah, there you go.
All right, Houston lost another one. We have last week was reported that Beat King, which was a Hood News peep, a follower of ours too as well, Grizzy. He lost his life last week.
Man, shout out to the homie. He leaves behind a legacy of music. I used to watch videos of like how he produces the music back in the day, and one day I received a message in the messenger from Beat King, and I was like, oh my God, Beat King reached out. I'm like, what? Oh man, this great legend followed the Hood News. Like, he was entertained. Like, the come on downs were gold, right, to him. Man, like, to hear that this man, incredible music producer, passed away last Thursday was shocking. I started getting my messenger flooded. Grizzy, Beat King. And I was like, no, this can't be true, man. We lost a legend, man. Like, he's really great in that music. Like, he put like the city on with music, and he was very talented, and we hurt for this loss, as a community. Great person, very kind, just not not a mean streak or anything. He just liked to have fun and have the ladies twerking, and he was about his good times.
Right.
You know, it's just really unfortunate. Our prayers are going up with his family, his friends, his loved ones, the people that loved him, that knew him personally, man, and everybody in the music industry. This is a great loss.
Yeah, and Houston's known for its music too as well, and the culture of Houston. Beat King was one of those that also represented Houston very well.
Yeah, man, he was great. I loved his shirts. They always had like different messages. Man, he was very authentic himself. You know, like we meet celebrities, and you know, like he was just so down to earth. Like just really, really cool. Like he didn't act like a celebrity. He was just like a homie, man, like badass, down to earth guy. And you know, like the city hurts, man. I was jamming the music the other day, man, not knowing that you know, this was coming up in the next few days, you know. And he's definitely on my playlist, been on my playlist. We love us some Beat King, talented young man. Rest in peace, Justin.
Rest in heaven. That'll do it for episode number 34, Grizzy, from the Tom Peacock Nissan studio. It is number 34. Grizzy, do you have any words of wisdom for the week?
Yes, we have options. What are your options? Are you going to do something stupid like throw away a baby in the trash? Or are you going to do the right thing and be a kind, decent person? Are you going to shoot somebody, or you're just going to let the stuff slide and be like a mature adult and have better, you know, mechanisms? Are we raising our kids, or are we going to go have fun? It's all about, you know, options and what we choose to do. It's very important, very critical, you know, especially in the community as a whole. Your actions can affect an entire community. Use your actions to be powerful, to spread love and no hatred and everything right we need.
That's right, Grizzy. And you know what? Nobody's perfect. You know, I stand here too as well. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's
Grizzy.
perfect. Yeah,
Nobody's
yeah.
perfect, but at least we could try and do better. Houston, we believe in you.
Yes.
And thank you guys for following Grizzy's Hood News and also the Grizzy's Hood News Unfiltered right here on CW39 and on Facebook Live. Make sure you leave a comment below. Share this post. But until next week, if it's real news,
It's Hood News.